Kaiju in Kaiju Universe. And we're gonna be doing the entire thing in order. We got Final Wars Gojira to start, and then if you scroll all the way down here, you got Ava 01. That's who we're gonna end with. And as you can see, we got a lot of Kaijus to get through. It's a total of 73. I'm gonna be here all day. But hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. If we flip to this screen, and you can see we've got all the Kaijus laid out in order, and we're gonna rank them from godly all the way to the weakest. And now that everybody understands how this is working, let me say one thing to you. This is only my opinion, okay? That's it. It's not a for sure thing. If you have a different opinion, let me know in the comments, but I respect your opinion, all right? This is strictly my opinion on who I like and who I don't like and who I think strong. That is it. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and hit a roar. We're starting off here with Final Wars Gojira, just like we said. Now, where would you put this Kaiju? The very first one that we're ranking today. Let's go ahead and put him in the rankings. I think for me personally, in the game, not out of the game, not in the movies, in the game, I think he's pretty powerful. I don't think he's average or weak, but we're gonna stick him in powerful. Oh, and by the way, to get through 73 Kaiju, unless this video needs to be like a day long, we're gonna do that. We're gonna look at the Kaiju, listen to a roar, and then basically rank them from there. I mean, I pretty much know how all these Kaijus play, so we don't really have to fight anybody. Let's go ahead and use Gojira and hit that very first roar. I feel like you already know where he's going, right? I mean, he's the very first Godzilla to ever do it, and he's actually pretty strong in the game. Pretty underrated. He's going godly. He was the first one to ever do it, so put some respect on his name. Now, though, we got Shinagawa over here, and to be honest with you, I mean, this guy's kind of trash. That's all I got to say. You know, he's decent and whatever, but let's go ahead and hit a roar. We got to at least hear the roar. I mean, from the roar, he sounds a little bit dangerous, but to be honest with you, not dangerous enough. And now, the only way, I don't know, to go average or weak here. I'm just kidding, he's going weak. What about Kamada over here, though? You know, he was Shinagawa before Shinagawa was Shinagawa. Now, to be honest with you, this guy's, I would say it's a lot worse than Shinagawa, so let's go ahead and hear it. We're gonna hit the evolved roar. And you know, it sounds all right, but you already know where this guy's going to. I'm sorry, my first couple Evolution of Shin fans out there, you're going both weak. That's just my opinion, all right? Just the opinion. Now we're popping over to the flying man himself. We got my boy Gigan here. Now, where would you guys put Gigan on a tier list? Me personally, I don't think he's super weak. You know what I'm saying? But I also don't think he's like super powerful. Let me go ahead and hear the roar before we rank. I've always liked Gigan's roar. You know, it's nice and sharp. And just from saying he's not too strong, but not too weak, we're gonna place him in the first average category. He's our first average. All right, now hopping over to that roly-poly man himself, we got Anguirus. And to be honest with you, I feel like my boy needs a remodel or something. I mean, I guess we have SP Ang, so I guess that's fine. But for right now, I mean, my boy only has like 3 moves. He's got a roar, and that's about it. So like, I wanted to put him in the average category, but how do you even do that? He's got a roll, a slam, and a bite or something like that. I'm sorry, Aang. Let's go ahead and hear the roar one time. I like you. I just want to point that out. But I don't like you enough to keep you out of the weak category. I can already feel some people getting heated. Listen, it's just the opinion, okay? I feel like I gotta keep saying it to drill it out there, okay? Now, though, we got my boy Manila. This isn't Manila EX. This isn't like a super strong Kaiju. But you know what? He's not bad at the same time. My boy's definitely not going weakest. He's got a variety of moves at the bottom, and, you know, my boy can hit this tantrum. You know what I'm saying? What kind of Kaiju sits there and watch? And as you know, you can see to the left, we get a strength boost and a speed boost. So personally, I think this Kaiju could be pretty powerful, but I don't know if it's powerful or average. I'm a little torn in between these two. I think it could go either way. But I'm going powerful. Manila's got to be put in powerful for me. Not that he is super powerful, I just kind of like him. You know what I'm saying? I like my boy Manila. Now, though, we got Godzilla over here. And I mean, he's not crazy, but in the water, look how fast my boy is. He's like an entire torpedo. So I would say in the water, you definitely have an advantage of like escaping people. I mean, is he super strong? Definitely not. But he is very fast in the water. Then you get on land and, well, I mean, he's not the fastest, but he's not the slowest at the same time. Let's just go ahead and hit a little roar and get up out of here. We got the up sweep thing. Okay, you heard it a little. And to be honest, I was gonna put him in average, but I don't really think I can. I just don't think his moves are strong. But he is good in the water, you know? I'm going average just because he's got that speed. Actually, you know what? There's too many Kaiju to be putting Godzilla in average. I'm going weak. I'm sorry I had to do it. Now, Millennium right here, he's pretty hard to grade, if you ask me. He's got some really good moves, and you can see at the bottom, he's got a wide variety of them. So with a wide variety of moves, some used for defense, some for offense, and, you know, he's not super slow, I guess. I feel like that, you know what? I already know where I want to grade him. Let's go ahead and hit the roar, the Heart of Stars real quick. And actually, I kind of like that. It was a nice deep tone. But to be honest with you, I don't think he's, you know, powerful. I think he's average. We're gonna put him in average for now. We've got our second flying kaiju of the day, ladies and gentlemen. We got Male Muto right here. And do we think he's powerful? I mean, definitely not, if you ask me. He's got a nice little variety of moves down there, but at the same time, compared to all the other flying kaijus, I would put him towards the bottom of my list, I'm not gonna lie. So let's go ahead and hit the roar. We've got the parasitic rage. Let's go ahead and hear that one time for the one. He does have a nice roar. I mean, it's pretty nice. But the roars don't mean everything, man. He's going average. I'm not going to put him in weak. He's not the weakest kaiju. Or do we put him in weak? You know what? Let me know where you would put Male Muto in the comments. And like I said, let me know if you disagree with any of this. Now, this opinion right here might shock some people, if I'm being honest with you. You could see Mothra Larva right now pretty fast in this game, especially when you start rolling around the map. She's got decent moves. I mean, she only has 3, to be honest, but those 3 moves, along with the fact that she's kind of fast with it and you don't really have to increase speed, I feel like she's kind of nice. Y'all can let me know where you put her in the comments, but like I said, this might shock some people, so let me go ahead and hit a roar real quick. Okay, the roar is extra weak, but the moves mixed with the power, mixed with the speed, mixed with, you know, I like Mothra. She's going powerful. That's also saying that you're using her right. You know what I'm saying? You can't just dive into a fight and think you're gonna win. Now we got my boy Ibira, Emperor, whatever you want to call him. All right, it's a lobster. Let's go ahead and hear the roar right off the rip. Sounds like a, is that what a lobster sounds like? I don't think so, but he does have a move where he can change colors, you know what I'm saying? My boy can turn into the blue lobster with that, what is that, like the Dracula music? We got the blue lobster here, and he does have a good amount of moves. You know, he's got those 4, and he's got the claw dance, which is, you know, one of the best moves in the game, in my opinion. And to be honest, I haven't used him in absolute tons, so where I'm gonna put him, I'm gonna go average. He's definitely not weak. Next up, we got Kumanga, one of the scariest looking things, mainly because I hate spiders, in this entire game. Now, Kumanga's got pretty good moves and all, you know, mainly for like the range. If you're a little bit of ways, Kumanga can get you. But to be honest with you, Kumanga's not the strongest by any means. So let me go ahead and hit the dance though. You already know Kumanga's got a little dance too. Okay, you know what? That's just creepy. Let's go rank. There was no noise, no nothing. Now, do we go weak or average here? Let me know what you would say in the comments. I'm gonna go weak for Kumanga, I'm not gonna lie. Now we got my girl Mother Longlegs right here. She did recently get her a little buff, right? And look at that move. For 1, that move is crazy. And for 2, this character can do a lot of damage very fast. Now, I don't know if we put her in powerful, but she's not average at the same time. You know what I'm saying? This is probably going to be powerful. Let's hit the arachnid call real quick, just to hear the... Okay, yeah, that's creepy. Let's go ahead and rank. For me personally, just because she got that buff, and at the very beginning of KU, she was super overpowered, we're going powerful. Now we got my boy Megalon here, and this is going to be a hard one to rank too. I don't know if I go powerful or if I go average. For Megalon, he's definitely not weak. Where would you put Megalon? He's got some pretty cool moves, and the fact that he can dig under the ground when somebody's trying to hit an attack, and that makes it a little better too. What about the roar? Let's hear the roar real quick. Kind of sounds more like a scream to me, but I mean, this move right here really takes the cake for me. My boy can dig underneath the earth. You don't even know where he's going, man. Well, you kind of know where he's going, but you get what I'm saying, man. You can't even hit this guy. Comes back out, and boom, here is Megalon. Where would you rank him? Let me know in the comments. For me personally, I don't think I want to go powerful with him. I think I'm going to go average. I'm so sorry for my Megalon fans, but he's average for me. All right, this one should be relatively easy to rank here. We got the Wendigo Skullcrawler, and now he does look good, but we're not really going off of a looks competition here. Let's hear that roar, though. It's been a long time since we've used Wendigo Skullcrawler. He's not even moving when he's roaring, but that sounded dangerous. But I mean, to be honest with you, my boy's got 3 moves, and they all deal with, like, you know, the head, the arm, and the tail. Not very strong at all. I know where he's going. And that's going straight to the weak category right next to Kumanga. I'm sorry, had to happen. Actually, I'm not that sorry. On to another flying kaiju, though. We've got my girl Heisei Mothra, and she's got some pretty decent moves. You know, she looks pretty nice with all the colors and whatnot. Once again, not a looks competition, though. Let's go ahead and hear the roar, just because that's what we've been doing all day today. And it doesn't sound too bad, you know, not too scary, I guess. And I mean, the moves are pretty good with, you know, this Mothra. You can hit range moves, you can hit close-up moves, and she's, you know, pretty fast at flying, I guess. But it's not enough to put her in the powerful category for me. Even though I have Mothra Larva in there, I'm going Heisei Mothra into average. Now for the more recent version, we have Titanus Mothra right here looking absolutely amazing. If this was a beauty contest, Titanus Mothra will be winning this. I mean, the color of the wings, the color of the eyes, you know, they are my favorite colors, so I mean, that helps her. Once again, though, not a beauty contest. What it is ranking power. And she does have a good amount of moves. You know, she's got 5 total moves, if you don't count the saving grace, which would be 6. And all the moves, I mean, they can do some pretty good damage at times. I think, you know what, I'm ranking her already. I don't know if you guys would agree with this. It could be either average or powerful, but I'm putting her in powerful. I like this version of Mothra the best. And now here, I'm not gonna lie to you. My boy Batra over here, however you wanna say his name, roll the tongue on it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to rank this one. To be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen anybody using this Kaiju when I'm just out playing the game. If you use this Kaiju, let me know in the comments. But I mean, overall, he's got some cool moves. I guess, you know, the horn stab, the barrel roll, prism beam. Okay, that move, I kind of like the barrel roll. Got the prism beams and whatnot. What does the roar sound like? Like I said, it's been a very long time since I've used this Kaiju. So let's hear it. I mean, pretty dangerous, honestly. But just for the simple fact that I don't ever see anybody using them, we're gonna go weak. Why would nobody use him if he was strong? All right. From one skull crawler to another, we just did Wendigo a little bit ago. Now we got a normal, you know, skull crawler. Definitely not going to be in the powerful category. And with only these 3 moves that he has, let's go ahead and hit the roar. Let's hear what the roar sounds like. Pretty much the same as Wendigo, but a little bit lighter. And like I said, with these 3 moves, bro, he's not going to be in any good category. Sorry, once again, for all the Skullcrawler fans. But my boy has got to go in the weak category, just for me. Like I said, sorry, but not sorry. Now, to be honest with you, again, I don't see a lot of people using this Kaiju either, and same for me. I haven't used them in a very long time. So my boy Camibus over here, let me know where you would rank him, and let me know if you actually use him. Now, for the moves, I will say they are pretty strong if you get to land them. And he's got some cool little, I don't know what that was supposed to do, but there's that. So to be honest with you, I don't think he's going to be weak. Maybe he's average. You know, for the average KU player, this is a pretty cool, you know, Kaiju to use. Let's go ahead and hit the roar one time for the one time with him, though, just to see what it's... Okay, what was that? I'm tempted to put him in weak off of just that roar right there, but I'm not going to do it. He's going to go average just because I think the normal, you know, the average KU player, he may be like that. All right, here we go with Gabara, whatever you want to call this guy. If there was a cheese category, this man would be the only one in there. I cannot stand when people pull up on me with Gabara and start kicking dirt in my eye, be freezing me. You know how it goes. But I mean, to be honest with you, he is pretty strong. You know, if you use him strategically, my boy can be a dangerous weapon. Let's go ahead and hear the roar. He's got the raw move. And you know, it sounds pretty goofy, but you know, it's kind of dangerous too. So just because if you use him strategically, he can be very powerful, we're gonna put him in powerful. When do you guys think we're gonna pull up on our next godly, bro? We technically haven't had one. Gojira is godly, but like, just because he's the first one. Now though, we got female Muto, who is pretty strong, if you ask me. I mean, she's got some really strong moves. And once you max her out, she's got some really, you know, high HP. But to be honest with you, not the strongest Kaiju in the game. But once again, if used strategically, she can be kind of powerful. So for the one time, let's hit that Knight's Rage. Let's hear what it sounds like. It's kind of like a laugh into a roar. And to be honest, I'm kind of torn here. Like, do we go powerful? Do we go average? I'm gonna go average. I don't know, bro. Nah, I'm going powerful. She is kind of powerful. Next Kaiju we have right here. We've got Rudolph himself as a Kaiju. We got Kamidolph. Now, I like the little remodel they did. You know, I like the trees on the back. I like the boots. I like the nose and, you know, all the things. But is this Kaiju powerful? No, by any means. Does have some cool moves. Like, definitely fun moves to use. But I wouldn't call this Kaiju powerful. So let me go ahead and at least hit the roar. I don't think it sounds any different. Okay, it's got that jingle bell tone to it, but it sounds like Kamidolph. Or Kamada, you know what I'm saying. And to be honest, average, weak, I mean, I can't go average. I gotta go weak with Kamidolph. Can it be used to be average? Maybe, but me personally, I haven't seen him be average. Now we got little man over here, Godzilla Jr., and I think we all need to put a little bit of respect on my boy's name. And he is kind of powerful if you ask me. And you know, you're on this video right now, so you are kind of asking me. Once again, this is just my opinion, but I think I already know where I'm gonna put him. Is he gonna be godly? No. But is he gonna be weak or average? I don't really think so, and I like that roar, to be quite honest. I also don't want to flood the powerful category, though. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm going powerful with him. Now, this one could be controversial as well. Once again, just an opinion. But I really like the way this Kaiju plays. I really like the way this Kaiju is. I mean, especially with the fact that she has strength buffs. She's got moves that can block you. You know, if you play strategic with this character and do it pretty well, she can definitely be in the godly category. Let me go ahead and hit that mutated cry real quick. You can see the, ew, okay, it was coming out of the mouth. All right, let's rank. For me personally, this is gonna be the second godly that we have. And actually the first godly that's actually a godly to me. All right, now with Titanus, Crab, Spider, Cinnamon looking, okay, you know who this is. Titanus, Scylla, Skilla, whatever you wanna call it. That's who we got here. And to be honest with you, for the size of the legs, very, very slow in this game. And I don't think too powerful. You know, I mean, he's got some okay moves. I haven't really tried that nitrogen stack move down there, whatever that does. I mean, whatever that P thing, cancel combo. Yeah, I don't know too much about this character to really rank, but we are gonna hit the roar one time for the one time, you know, kind of just see what goes on here. Yeah, I guess let's just rank. Just because I don't know a lot about him, I'm going average, but I mean, you could probably put him in the weak category. Let me know what you think there too. Now, to be honest with you with Manda, I really like this character, and I like the fact that if you hit V, once you have a charge, you can look like Shinron. I think that's kind of sick, but you don't want to be using this character on land, really. If you're gonna fight somebody with Manda, make sure to take it to the ocean. Right when you get in the water, you can see that sword pull out of the mouth, and I'm pretty sure the moves like increase, right, as far as damage and whatnot. So if he's in the water, I would say powerful, but overall, after we hit this roar, I'm gonna go ahead and rank, by the way. Okay, head went straight into the ground, but it's okay. We're gonna go average. Like I said, if you go on land, it's gonna be weak. If you go in the water, it's gonna be powerful. So we're going average. Okay, you know what? We're not gonna spend a lot of time on this kaiju at all. I mean, it's Turkey Rodan. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what I'm saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's go rank. I mean, Turkey Rodan's going straight to weak. Where else could you put Turkey Rodan? I mean, maybe like the dinner table or something like that. But anyways, we're hopping over to Biollante, who is getting a remodel very soon, and I'm very excited about that. Definitely well-deserved, but as far as power, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, Biollante is very powerful. I don't see a lot of Biollante mains. Like, I don't see Biollante out a lot when I'm doing any type of recording, but I do know that Biollante is very strong. So let's go ahead and hear a roar. We got the Immortal Monstrosity. That's exactly what this kaiju is, really. And let's go ahead and rank 2. Like I said, not gonna be godly, but it is very powerful, and I am sorry. Rose Biollante is better than Biollante to me. And now here we go with this Grasshopper kaiju. This is another one that I rarely see used by anybody. And to be honest, it's another one I haven't used in a very long time. Got some decent moves, you know what I'm saying? They charge up pretty quick, but for the most part, it's not gonna be like powerful or anything. What about the Hunter's Call? I mean, that sounds okay, I guess. But for the most part, he's gonna go average. I don't think he's gonna be weak just because of how fast it charges back up. And now we're gonna hop over to my boy Anguirus, the SP version, aka Singular Point from the anime. And now this guy, he is definitely stronger than, you know, the regular Anguirus. Definitely stronger than him. But is he like super powerful overall? I mean, he's pretty nice with it, but he's just another kaiju that I don't see being used often, and that could be a reason, you know, like I said, he's not super powerful, so not a lot of people want to even use him. What about the roar, though? Let's hear what he sounds like. Sounds better than regular Aang for sure. So I feel like where we go with him, where did we put Aang, actually? We put him, oh, okay, we put him in weak, so we'll put SP Aang in average, you know, one step above the normal. All right, now we're hopping to my boy Kong. I forgot what, is this 2017 Kong, I think? Whatever it is, it's not super strong, to be honest. I mean, he's got 3 moves. He's just a tiny version of Titanus Kong, who is definitely gonna be the more strong one in this situation. And what about the roar? We got the primal roar here. Let's go ahead and hear it. I mean, okay, hold up. We hit the wrong one, actually. You already know we got to do that chest beat. We got to assert some dominance, even though we're not. What was that? He just beat his belly. Okay, the roar was nice. Do we go weak or average with this Kong? I'm going to go. I don't know where to put him. All right, I'm not going to lie. I got to disrespect the monkey a little bit. I'm going weak just because, once again, I never see him used, and I don't personally use the older. Now we've got my boy Mogera, or however you want to say his name over here. To be honest, this is yet another kaiju I rarely get seen using. I don't see him used a lot. I don't use him. And I don't think anybody, have I ever seen this character used, actually? I mean, he's got some decent moves and whatnot, and he can fly, which makes him kind of cool. He's got that beam that, you know, it's kind of got that rainbow look to it. I think that's kind of cool. But for the most part, I don't, okay, really? He just says his name. That's it? What about the calibrate, though? Let's hit T real quick. Okay, the neck does something real weird. Yeah, he's not going very high for me. I'm gonna go ahead and put Mogera in the weak category. Like I said, never see him used. He can't be strong. And by the way, maybe you guys use some of these kaijus more than me. Let me know if, you know, you would reclass any of the ones that I've done so far. You guys can know more about a certain kaiju than me. Now, we're over here with Showa Gojira. And to be honest with you, once again, not very strong. It's a cool kaiju. He can do a drop kick. He can fly with his atomic breath. I've always liked the fact that he can do that. It makes no sense to me. I know it's in the movie and everything, but like I said, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know how my boy's flying with his atomic breath. I think it's kind of sick though. And for the average player, I think this kaiju could be pretty average. You know what I'm saying? It would be fun to use, and the fact that you could fly around with the Godzilla, that makes it kind of cool too. So I'm putting Showa Gojira into the average category. We need to get more godlies, bro. We only have 2, well, technically 1 right now. Jumping over to my boy Cherno Alpha here. Now, I know he's not technically a Godzilla kaiju, but he's in the game, so we're gonna rank him. Now, this guy right here, he's pretty powerful, bro. I've seen him used in tournaments. I've seen him used a lot just, you know, when I'm out playing. So I know for a fact this guy is better than average, but is he godly? That's gonna be the main question. If you're a Cherno main, you would probably say godly, but for me, let me go ahead and hit that Warsaw Pact real quick. Bangs the hands together, looking real dangerous. But for me, I can't put him in the godly category. I'm gonna go powerful. Like I said, he's got great moves, and I guess if you use him strategic, he can be godly. But I mean, for me, he's not going godly. Now, another guy that's not going godly, we got my boy Jet Jaguar here with the bounciest torso I've ever seen. And he's got some all right moves. You know, he's got that drop kick that you can hit from a mile away. And if you increase his speed a little bit, you know, this kaiju's kind of, you know, he's hard to catch. I don't even know if you could call this a kaiju. What is he? Just a robot? I don't really know. I don't know also where to rank him, to be honest. Is he average or is he weak? Definitely not going to be powerful for me. Let's go ahead and hit that encourage one time. You know, hit a thumbs up for the fans. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and rank. I'm not going to lie to you, mainly because he's got 2 other counterparts that are definitely better. I'm going to go weak for Jet Jaguar. All right, hopping over to one of the most powerful kaijus in the kaiju universe. Not the game, but, you know, the universe overall. We've got King Ghidorah here. And I'm not saying this version is the most powerful. I'm saying King Ghidorah in general. Now, this kaiju, he starts off with 4,500 HP. That's amazing. And, you know, the fact that he can fly and the moves are pretty strong as well. He's got the gravity beams. So let's go ahead and hit the battle cry. Let's hear what that sounds like. I think it's just like squeaks, right? I mean, it sounds decent. But to be honest with you, I don't think we put him in the, like, do we put him in powerful or do we... I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is put him in average for right. I can't, dude. I gotta put King Ghidorah in powerful. It's King Ghidorah. These rankings are a little all over the place, and I apologize, but listen, we're doing our best out here. Now we got my boy Mega Gearus, who just looks like an absolute villain. Definitely a cool kaiju to look at, but as far as like using him, I mean, he's okay. Would I call him powerful? No. Would I call him weak? Definitely not. Let's hear the roar, though. Let's see what that sounds like. That's a screech if I've ever heard one. But to be honest, I mean, like I said, he's not powerful, he's not weak. We're gonna go average with Mega Gearus. Here we go with another flying kaiju. We've got that fire chicken himself. We got a Rodan. And now, to be honest with this kaiju, I don't think he's like weak by any means. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's like a pretty early kaiju to use, I wouldn't say he's weak, and he's pretty fast. I mean, look how fast my boy's flying, and I don't have any speed upgrades at all. So that's gonna give him a little bit of a boost, and he's got that transform move, which I think is pretty cool. My boy lights up like Pikachu, and that's pretty much all he does there. But my boy's got moves. He's got 5 total moves. He's got the roars. He's got all that, and he can fly pretty fast. So let's hear the roar before we rank him. You know, pretty decent roar. But from everything I said, we can put him in weak, but we're definitely not putting him in powerful. So we're going average with my boy Rodan. Here we go with another singular point kaiju. And honestly, guys, I really like Jet Jaguar. I've seen him in some tournaments. He does have one version that's a little bit better than him, and the other one's going to be in the godly category. You'll see that a little bit later. But, I mean, this kaiju, I got to put him in a pretty good category. He's got the temporal shift move that once you get it built, I'm just going to go ahead and show you just in case you haven't seen it for whatever reason. Once you get it charged all the way up, you hit that archetype drive. Look what happens here. My boy charges up a little bit, and I think it does some more damage or something like that, right? I'm not, like, super familiar with this kaiju. I just know that Jet Jaguar, the beta version, SP, he's pretty solid. Oh, by the way, and he can do this. You know, he can hit these dance moves on you. That makes it so much better. So we're gonna put Jet Jaguar in powerful, mainly because we put the first version in weak, and the next version is gonna be godly. I can't lie. Now, here's a kaiju that's, once again, gonna be hard for me to rank, mainly because he has so many trinkets and potions that you can actually use. If you use them strategically, I think he can be powerful, but I've just never used them to be that way. You know what I'm saying? I've never tried to do all the different potions and doing, you know, all of that stuff. So I can't go powerful for him, but I can go, you know, not weak. We can go average with my boy. Let's rank him. Like I said, we're going to stick him in average, but I think he could possibly be powerful if you play with him right. All right, hopping over to Volcanic Bio. Now, to be honest with you, Biolante and Volcanic Bio, they're basically the same, right? I mean, basically the same moves, except this one has like the lava spew instead of like the normal green thing. But overall, I mean, the same moves, just kind of a different look to them. Let's go ahead and hit the roar, though. We got the Infernal Call. And I mean, less teeth, I will say. Volcanic Bio has less teeth, I guess. But overall, wherever we put Biolante is where that Kaiju is going to go. Where did we put Biolante? Oh, we put Biolante in Powerful. I mean, I guess we got to put Volcanic Bio in Powerful. She is pretty tanky. Ooh, here's a good one to rank right here. I don't know how you guys would see this, but for me personally, I think he's pretty powerful. Zombie Gigan. A lot to do with that living dead thing. So once you actually destroy 2 people, you basically have 1,000 extra HP, you know, once they end up dying. So it's a really cool Kaiju to use. And the fact that you can like possess people basically once you actually get them all the way down to 0 health, I think that's really cool too. So for this character, after we hit this zombified roar, already know where I'm putting them, and once again, it could be, you know, a little controversial. Once again, you can just tell me where you would have put him in the comments, but I'm going Powerful. He's got some really good characteristics to him. All right, we got Big Man Behemoth himself, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be disrespecting Behemoth. I personally like Behemoth. He is an absolute tank of a Kaiju, and, you know, some of the moves, they do a pretty solid amount of damage. He's just a big man. Let's go ahead and hit that Woodland Call. Let's go ahead and hear what that sounds like. I mean, it just sounds, you know, deep and dangerous. I already know where I'm putting him. I, for one, am not going to be disrespectful to Behemoth. He's going Powerful, mainly because of his health. He can be pretty beefy. All right, we got the best and most dangerous version of Jet Jaguar you can imagine. The Nutcracker, bro, he is so good in this game. Some would say too good, bro. His moves are ridiculous. And this Kaiju in tournaments, way overpowered. So immediately, I know where he's going. We're not even going to hit the Prince Embrace and all that stuff. We're just going to hit the T move. You know, show what we can do here with the spear. We already know where he's going. And finally, because it's been a minute, he is going straight to the godly category. He's just too OP. This is where it starts getting a little hard too, bro. Godzilla 2014, I have a soft spot for all the Godzillas, at least the most recent ones. But Godzilla 2014, I am gonna say, is my least favorite of them all. Personally, I like Godzilla 2019 the best, King of the Monsters. But I mean, this Kaiju isn't weak by any means. I mean, this Godzilla 2014 is nothing to be messed with. You know, he is pretty strong, but can he be classified as powerful? I don't really know. He's got the Atomic Firestorm, but even then, you know, it takes a while to load up. Like, I mean, you could be getting bodied right now. You know what I'm saying? It takes a long time for that to actually happen. But he does have one of the best roars of all time. We've got the Legends Roar. I mean, how can you not like that roar right there? But to be honest with you, as far as a Godzilla goes, like if there was no other Godzillas, I'd put him in Powerful. But since there's more, we gotta stick him in Average because there's better Godzilla. Like as far as powerful Godzillas go, we got Millennium Godzilla right here, Millennium Gojira, and he is an absolute savage. I love this Kaiju. He's got the Extinction Protocol where he lights literally on fire. I love the look of it. I love the way he plays. I love all the moves that he has. And, you know, if you charge it up, it does more damage. So to be honest with you, this Godzilla right here definitely gonna be going in the powerful category. Let's hear the roar, though. We got the Final Rest, or whatever that is. Sounds like a Godzilla to me. And he is going to that powerful category. I'm sorry for my 2014 fans. I just can't get him up there. Now, RPO Mechagodzilla. This could be another controversial one. And really, it can go either way, from godly to powerful. Where would you put him on that rank? Because for me, I really like this Kaiju. I love all the moves that he does and all that. And once again, this is another Kaiju that if you play strategic enough, he could be one of the best Kaijus in the game, I think. He could be. That's if you're using him right. He's got that overcharge move that, you know, will help you do more damage once you get it to like 100% or whatever it is. I forgot how it actually goes, but, you know, for my RPO mains out there, let them know in the comments. He can be pretty solid. Yeah, that's what it is. Every single time you throw out a move, you can hit that overcharge again. And it does a lot of damage once you actually start hitting people. So for me personally, let me go ahead and hit this roar real quick. I don't know, bro. This could be controversial. You know what, bro? I like RPO Mechagodzilla. I think I'm putting him in godly. Just my opinion, man. Listen. I like RPO Mecha G. That's the only reason. Now we got Showa King Ghidorah here. And to be honest with you, I've always hated like the fur that's on their neck right there. And the fact that their health is lower than that other King Ghidorah that we ranked earlier. This Kaiju is gonna go one below wherever we ranked him. Let's hear the sinister growl one time though. And I mean, that I just can't get into that roar. So yeah, that King Ghidorah, Showa King Ghidorah, he's gonna go in the average category. I mean, he's not weak by any means, but we'll go average. All right, now we got my boy, Big Man, Muto Prime. I kind of already know where I'm gonna put him, so honestly, let's just hit a roar. I mean, we've all seen Muto Prime. He's a savage, the best of all of the Mudos. And I mean, even the roar does damage. It does damage if I'm roaring, brother. Okay, let's rank. I mean, off the rip, you could make an argument for godly, but to be honest with you, I don't use him enough for godly. We're going powerful. Now, as far as the Godzillas go, like I said, this is my favorite version of Godzilla that there ever was. We've got my boy 2019 King of the Monsters, and I especially like him when he goes thermo, which we'll see him a little later. But for right now, how would you rank my boy Godzilla? To be honest with you, I already know where I'm gonna put him. So we're gonna hit this roar one time for the one time. Does the R roar not work? Oh, hold up, he hit a stomp. Okay, you know what the roar is. He basically like shook his head, but he's going powerful for me. I really like Godzilla 2019. Another flying kaiju, and honestly, guys, I really do like this version of Rodan, the young fire chicken man. Would I classify him as godly? I don't think he's godly, but I do think he's pretty powerful, and I see a good amount of people that normally use him. So just because of that, let's go ahead and hit that flaming demon rage real quick. And we've got the heat riser, which I'm pretty sure increases the damage too. I forgot how that works, to be honest. I don't use Rodan a lot, but we can rank him and go powerful. If there was like a category in the middle, maybe he would be there. But just because there's not, I don't think he's average, so we're going powerful. Now we've got the most powerful Shin form there ever was, and you know, unless he kept evolving, but he did. That is my boy Shin Godzilla, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys here. I don't think I'm gonna have him in godly just because there's other kaijus on this game that could just absolutely decimate Shin Godzilla if you don't use him right. You gotta use this character right for him to be godly. But he can be godly, just not for me, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and hit the roar. The gods incarnate real quick. Now, we know in the movie, this would be godly, but in the game, I'm gonna have to put him in powerful. I want to put him in godly, but at the same time, I know a few of these kaijus down here would absolutely demolish. Now, we got Showa Mecha G here, and this kaiju, not too weak, not too strong. I think I'm already gonna put him in average, but I mean, for a Mecha Godzilla, I don't think he's the worst one. I think Mogira, if you technically count him as a Mecha Godzilla, that's the worst one. But as far as Showa Godzilla, Showa Gojira here, Showa Mecha Godzilla, you know what I'm saying, bro. Let me hit the roar one time, the mechanical clone, and let's go ahead and put him in average. We're not gonna be disrespectful and put him in weak. That can't happen. Now, we wanna talk about somebody that's powerful. We got my man Frostbite Godzilla here. You always see people using this kaiju. He is so strong. I mean, especially with some of the moves that he has, like freezing his fist to hit you with it. Brother, this man right here is tough. And this is another kaiju I already know where I'm gonna put, so let's go ahead and do the roar real quick. Even the roar looks super powerful, bro. This man is going to the top. We gotta put him in godly, man. If we're putting the Nutcracker there, we gotta put Frostbite Godzilla there. All right, now wherever we put Behemoth, that's where this character is gonna go. We got Frostbite Behemoth here, and there's not a lot that's, you know, super different than the regular Behemoth. I mean, he's got that glacier stuff where, you know, it brings up, okay, I thought it brought up ice. I guess it doesn't. But I mean, he does have some pretty cool moves. Would you put him above Behemoth? I think I would, actually. If we put Behemoth in powerful, he's going in godly. Which I don't think we did, hopefully, because I don't want Frostbite Behemoth in, which I don't think we did, hopefully, because I don't want Frozen Behemoth to be in godly. Let's go check it out. Frostbite Behemoth, okay, yeah, he's going in powerful. He's nothing to mess with. My boy is pretty strong. We did put Behemoth in powerful as well, so maybe we move Behemoth to average. Nah, I'm keeping it the same. All right, we want to talk about OP characters. This man right here, Cleric Mudo, could possibly be the most overpowered kaiju in this game. Let me know what your thoughts on that. Especially in like tournaments and stuff. This kaiju, mainly because he can just keep swinging like this. Like my boy can just do constant damage to you. And then if he wants to, he can back away, get some stamina up. And look at my stamina already. It's almost maxed out. 93 already. So yeah, I don't think I have to explain this one. We can hear the roar though. We got the Agur from the deep or of the deep, whatever. And I mean, look at it. I did set myself on fire, but we got a speed boost. So yeah, basically all of that to say he's god tier. I mean, he is a godly kaiju. Another godly kaiju that we can take out here. Yes, you can see, guys, I don't have him at level 1000 anymore, okay? People were going crazy about it. It was just one video. I had him for like 20 to 30 minutes max. Anyways, though, if you get this guy maxed out, as you saw in that video, he is absolutely insane. I mean, I don't think there's one kaiju that could take him out, right? I mean, maybe if you play like super strategic, but he's got like 10,000 max HP. So this character right here, after we hit this, you know, gotta hit that little move. And hold up, we can't forget about the dancing move. You already know where this guy's going. Like I said, though, especially when he gets to level 1000, he's going to that godly tier, but only at level 1000. Now, this one's gonna be hard for me to rank, mainly because this is my favorite version of Godzilla ever. We've got a Heisei Godzilla. Well, actually, Burning Godzilla is my favorite, but, you know, it's the same thing. So we got a Heisei Godzilla here, and to be honest, I would put him in Godly just because it's my favorite Godzilla. Let me know where you would put him, though. Let's go ahead and hear that roar. We got the Raging Destruction. I mean, look at my boy. He just looks so dangerous. And like I said, I'm going to put him... Okay, you know what, actually? I'm going to put him in Powerful. I don't think I'm going to put him in Godly, but his counterpart is going Godly. All right, hopping over to one of the more recent Kaijus, we got Godzilla -1. And I mean, guys, what do you say about this? All right, hopping over to one of the more recent Kaijus here, we've got Godzilla -1. And I mean, what do you say about this guy? He's just super powerful. Now, is he Godly? I don't think he's Godly. Actually, bro, I don't even know. He could be Godly. I just haven't used him enough. For me personally, though, I know where he's going. So let me go ahead and hit that roar real quick. I mean, my boy's powerful, bro. I kind of want to put him in Godly, but I'm not going to do it. I can't do it, man. I'm going to put him in Powerful because at least he's powerful. You guys know that. He's got one of the coolest atomic breath, actually the best atomic breath ever. Now, though, let's hop over to Kiryu. This Kaiju right here. He is very fun to use and very dangerous at the same time. And I mean, honestly, if you're not putting Kiryu in Godly, I don't know where you're putting him. There's no way you put him in Powerful and not Godly, right? I mean, y'all can let me know in the comments. Let me go ahead and hit a roar real quick. I love the way this Kaiju's set up. I already know where he's going. And for me, he's going Godly. I just think he's super strong. He's fun to use. Even like normal players can be really good with him. And to be honest with you guys, my face cam is about to freeze. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rank some of these that we're not gonna use. Like Mothman, he's gonna go average because I don't really like him. Thermo Godzilla, you already know where he's going right now. My boy's going Godly for sure. Monster Zero's gonna go Godly as well. Titanus Kong, he does have that move with the axe that can destroy a lot of things, but he's gonna go Powerful. I don't think he's Godly. Mechagodzilla 2021, he's gonna go Godly as well. US Argo, whatever this one's called. He's going should I go? Nah, we're gonna go Powerful. Or do we go average? He could be either way. Powerful, average, I don't really know. Okay, Godzilla Ultima, he's gonna go Godly as well. And then for our final four here, we got my favorite Kaiju ever, Burning Godzilla. He's gonna go Godly for me. Godzilla 2021, he's gonna go Powerful. And then for the last two, we're gonna hop back into Roblox because we gotta play with one of the most talked about Kaijus ever. I would love to see this guy in an actual, like, this age's CGI movie. But we got Destroyer with a starting health at 6,250. Like, if you don't put this guy in Godly, where are you putting him? Powerful? Nah, it ain't happening. I guess you could if you don't use him enough, but we're gonna hit the roar one time for the one time. The Murderous Rage. And now we're just gonna go ahead and slide him into that Godly. I gotta put him in Godly category. And you know what? Y'all already know Ava 01. You already know that's going in Godly too. Very overpowered, and even in tournaments, people don't even allow it. So that is our tier list right there. I feel like we could have put more into weak now that I'm looking at it, maybe less into Powerful and average, but that's just the first tier list I've ever made on this game. So that is the end of this video. Let me know where you would have put some of these Kaijus, and just let's have a discussion in the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I love y'all. Goodbye. I got a new fashion. This is a new day. Look at your vocab.